Hey people, welcome to the channel, and this is going to be reacting to Inside Star Citizen Alpha 4.0 playing with fire. Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun, not? But I'm in a good mood. I just watched Deadpool, the new movie, in the theater with my kids. Great. I think it could be better. The story could make at least some sense, but you go there for the laughs and for the violence, and you get plenty of those there. Let's give this a go, okay? Shall we? Let's see how awful this thing is. But I'll just use my magic Star Citizen powers and guess that this is yet another nothing burger and that we'll be putting out fake fire eventually, maybe someday. And as much as not fun that sounds, hey, let's go.
Last week we explored some of the new adventures available to players in space in the upcoming Alpha 4.0. But there are even more dangers to be found within your spacecraft and vehicles. Fire is blazing a trail towards its awaited debut in the persistent universe. And while we don't want to burn any bridges with the resource management team, we'll jump out of the fire and into their frying pan in just a few weeks. Wow, I really bet their ears are burning. We're fired up to give the VFX arsonists a chance to set the world on fire this week. Or at least just the interior of spaceships, because we don't want them to burn themselves out playing with fire. I'm out of idioms now. I'm gonna go see if I can add more fuel to the fire.
Guys, remember, work in progress means this can be easily 5-10 years away or never, okay?
In 4.0, we'll have fire inside of ships. For our initial rollout, we didn't really want players to start fires everywhere. The poor service, they really wouldn't be able to handle it, so we decided to focus on the interior of ships. They're smaller, more contained, and more controlled. Fire is tightly integrated with the resource network system and a great fit for a first release within the spaceships where resource network will be focusing on as many ships as we can.
It is something that should be like 1 minute long. Like, yeah, there's this fire graphic thing and you go with a fire extinguisher thing and you put the fire off. That should be it. But no, it's going to be 15 minutes of this, 15 minutes a month away, and every couple of weeks it's going to be the same thing. Typical CIG, making content out of the nothingness that we have.
Starting a fire is based on damage, and like different kinds of damage.
Fires can be caused by ship items when they hit 0 health. There are also ways for ship items to cause fires in the normal.
Since when does metal burn, right? Since we're gonna be so realistic about this, when the fuck did metal start burning? Last time I checked, you could make a case for cables, plastic, but damn metal burning like this, that's really what they do in terms of realism?
Running an operation.
Fuck.
We're currently looking at making it so that when they misfire and they have the highest level of wear, that there is a chance that they can also cause fires.
But other types of damage, like impacts from weapons
bad.
Explosions, they could also ignite a fire. Another way to start a fire is getting the environment hot enough to actually get your surfaces to auto-combust. For example, if you open up your door on a really, really hot planet and the hot air starts to flow into the ship, then if that air is hot enough, and some surfaces might start igniting from that.
Seriously? I could open my door and my ship might catch fire?
You would need a room to reach, I think it's like 1,000 Kelvin for those materials to start to smoke.
So it's
I love when they start bullshitting with like scientific. Right, yeah, if you have enough, no, metal will not fucking burn by any means, unless you're in the sun. That's what we're talking about now. That's the planet you're going to be visiting. You're going to be visiting the sun. Okay.
It's technically possible, but it's not likely.
If the planet is warm enough, yes.
Is there a planet warm enough to do that right now?
Don't think so.
Okay, I just want to be.
Oh, just wasting our time.
You're saying
Yeah.
systemically it's possible.
Systemically as possible, yeah.
Typical.
It's
typical.
technically possible, but very unlikely.
Don't worry, everybody.
Part of the fire hazard system propagation is based on the fire triangle, which is oxygen, fuel, and temperature.
Yeah,
You
let's
have
speed
a
this
small
up.
ignition point, so it will not start blazing immediately, so it will start propagating quite.
That, yeah, it starts good. Gets good, I would say.
We get it. Fire burns.
Each of the materials that we have marked up, they have their properties, and we can set a material to be combustible or not. Most surfaces will be combustible.
I know that the people working on CIG have no life experience whatsoever, but trust me, metal does not burn like plastic. It's something completely different. You would all be dead if it's hot enough for steel to combust.
Combustible. A few exceptions, such as glass, will not be. But the ones that are, especially in ships, we decided to go for a more tech approach. So even if metal itself will not easily combust, we assume that behind that metal there will be pipes and cables that can catch fire. Based on the properties that each surface type has, for example, wood will burn different from rubber or plastic.
You have laying around just in case.
You realize it's all bullshit what he's saying, right? He's trying to make like, oh, we're so detailed in that. No, it's the same little fucking graphic that they use for everything. The same animation that they have for everything. It's just gonna be burning different if it's wood, if it's plastic, and if it's steel. No, steel does not burn. And to melt steel, you need a shitload of heat, and everything would be dead here. But the bullshitting is on a next
Repair your
level.
ship.
The player itself will not be able to catch fire, but the player will feel the influences of fire in their environment. So if you step into the fire, then you will take damage. It's not your own. It is important to know for 4.0 that we will not have fire outside of ships. So if you set fire to an item inside one ship, you can bring it to another ship, given that the meat.
If they do this stupid, like you shoot against a metal sheath and it starts burning, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them because they are that terrible. But yeah, no, they're probably not gonna do it. You're having a little bit of a fire and you go with a fire extinguisher.
Gym that
That's it. But
you're
hey,
traveling through has
hey, we have to kill 15 minutes, right?
enough oxygen to sustain the fire.
Well,
They
not
really
here.
amazing job with getting that ready.
The presence or absence of fire is a very, very important thing. Really bad internet connectivity or servers struggling a lot, situations that bring a halt to the continuous progress of fire from one.
Will spread throughout your ship. And if it does this and it reaches your ship components,
System is offline.
then you'll be having a very bad day.
Yeah, I get it. Your
Important
ship
to
burns
know
down.
that if your ship doesn't have a functioning life support at this moment, the recharge will not work.
If you leave fire completely untended, then your ship can completely burn up.
Yeah, we get it.
Mean that all of the atmosphere is being sucked out into open space, and again, no more oxygen for your fire to continue. After a fire, you can repair your items or replace them. Fire can damage your interior of your atmosphere is being sucked out slowly by itself. Another way is to open up your doors to open space, and that will mean that all of the atmosphere is being sucked out.
Oh, so, I mean, and this is actually correct, but will they do this? Like, you just open the hatch or the door and just, the void just kills the oxygen and you have no more fire or anything there going on? Okay, let's see if they actually do that.
Into open space, and again, no more oxygen.
This would defeat the purpose of even bothering with the fire gameplay, but hey.
For your fire to continue. After a fire, you can repair your items or replace them. Fire can damage your
Yeah, we'll just claim the ship again, man, because you don't have the game you pretend you have.
interior of your spaceship. We have some very beautiful burn decals.
Yeah, beautiful. Fire burns. plastic burns.
So what did we learn this week?
We learned nothing at all because you're not doing a game. You're just pretending to do one while just funneling money out of suckers that fall for a pretty ship. But it's getting old and we don't have that much time to waste. At least most of us don't. But hey, yeah, maybe eventually you'll have fire and supposedly you'll just open your doors and the fire will be extinguished, or you'll run around with a fire extinguisher, or everything will fucking burn because you shot at metal. Well done, CIG. Fantastic job. Guys, that's the honest truth of what this episode has been. Take care. See you next time. Enjoy a better game like No Man's Sky.